Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do an unboxing and review of this Queen Studios Iron Man Tom Holland bust. So if you're interested to learn more about this piece, stick around. I'm actually going to unbox this in my garage and then carry it piece by piece to the home theater room. Just easier this way, but I thought I'd give you guys a quick look of what the actual box looks like. As you can see, I got number 268 of 888, which is a pretty large edition size for such an expensive piece. And you can also see the good folks at UPS took the utmost care in shipping this thing. Yeah, just like most things I got, pretty beat up. You can even see the whole bottom part of this box was coming out, and they just used some bags to tape it up. But anyhow, yeah, this is what the box looks like. So here's the inside of the box when you first open it up. And then they had this on the very top. Here's the front of the art box, and that's the back of the art box. And then the styrofoam, and then top of that you can see that it had the certificate and the thing that holds the certificate. You can pause that if you want to read that. Here it is, almost unboxed. I'll do more of a thorough inspection once I get it downstairs and put together. But it does look like it survived the trip, at least without any too major setbacks. So glad of that. Pretty simple. I mean, it's just one big styrofoam container. As you can see, the base comes in one big piece. I kind of secured this because I know this opens up. And the typical gloves you get with Queen Studios. The makeup, which I've never used before on any of my busts, but they do provide some to you. And then they give you this for actual dusting off. And then it's got a very small nameplate that I know magnetizes, so that's pretty nice. And yeah, I mean, from first glances, it looks like it's going to be pretty darn good. So yeah, let me put this thing together for you guys. Alright, let's get to putting this thing together. First, let's start with the base here. Let's take a look at the bottom. Hopefully I got that in the camera. It's got some weight to it. I would say this thing probably weighs about 30 pounds. Somewhere in that ballpark. Now, some collectors think a good quality piece should be heavy. Some it doesn't matter. For me, in reality, if it looks great, it doesn't matter. But when it does have some heft to it, it does feel like it's a little better quality. And Queen Studios definitely falls in the camp of heavy stuff. So most of their stuff does have some heft to it. And I'll get some good close-up video after we're done putting this together. But here is the base. Yeah, I kind of like the design. It's pretty cool. I'm not positive what this thing in the back actually is. Actually, I wish they would have came up with something a little bit better. I mean, from one person I heard a web shooter. I also heard it's maybe the ship that was in the movie. But with all that said, if you're not sure what it is, it was probably not the greatest design to put this in the back. But
it's better than just something plain, even though in reality, chances are you're never going to see it. It does look pretty good. I'm just kind of giving it a little once over to see if I see any paint defects, which looks pretty good from a first look, so that's good. Let's get actual Tom Holland himself on there. As you can see, it just kind of attaches on the bottom like this. This also has a little bit of weight. So yeah, very simple. Look at the first look at him. Of course, his hair is going to be probably pretty bad. They've got a hairnet on him. Let me go ahead and take that off. Yeah, definitely. You got to figure he's been sitting in a box, and you've heard of hat hair. I mean, he's got net hair, box hair. He's been in there forever, so we'll see what I can do. I am no expert at hair, but I can at least make it look a little bit better than this. So yeah, that's kind of first looks here. Now, the battery thing is underneath here. I think I can get to it without taking this off. I'll do that off camera, and when I do the close-ups, you guys can kind of see what that light up feature looks like. And really, this is it. And then it came with this little plaque. Some people like it, some people don't. But in this case, I think they were listening to collectors. And, well, it's magnetized. At least that's what I've heard. It goes down here. Yeah, it goes down there. Yeah, so it just magnetizes on. You don't want it off. Actually, it looks good with it off too. So that is about the most simple unboxing that I ever done. Let me just do a little 360 here before you guys see a detailed review. And here it is after my limited amount of styling. Now I think it looks okay now, but I'll probably get my fiance sometime to take a look at it and see what she can do. But yeah, let's just kind of dig into the review. Now, ultimately, I always thought this piece was a little bit boring of a pose. And I mean, I kind of still think that. But what kind of blows me away is this piece is very lifelike. It is right up there with some of my very top pieces. Now, of course, Queen Studios, they work with silicone. And for you guys that are not familiar with silicone, not only does it look real, but it also feels very real. And they can also do the hand-punched hair. That really gives it a lifelike appearance. Like, my goodness, look at that hair. I wish I can hire a couple of Queen Studios people to work on my head for a couple of days to give me that hair back, because I can definitely use it. But it's as you can see it looks, you know, 100% real. And just because something is silicone and hand punched hair and all that good stuff doesn't mean it's going to be a super lifelike bust. you still got to do all the other factors right. And for this particular piece, I think Queen Studios did a really, really good job. It is very lifelike. It's right up there on some of the top pieces that I have. So if you kind of look at the skin work, which I think is pretty complicated to do to get that looking as real as it does. It's many different layers of paint and subtle colors. So very nice. It looks like it has depth to it too. I mean, it looks like there is flesh underneath. And if you actually touch it, it kind of feels that way too. Bit creepy. And you can see all the details, all the pores. The moles, or the freckles, I guess I should say. Yeah, very nice work. Like I said, it's right up there as far as realism as some of my top pieces. The eyes look excellent. Now this particular piece, you can kind of see he's looking a bit to the side, so I've got him. Go ahead and put him straight here, so you can kind of see, yeah, he's looking off to his right. The eyebrow work, very nicely done. You can even see this kind of upper part here, which Tom Holland kind of has that going on with his eyebrow for whatever reason. So they definitely got that detail right. So as far as realism, looking like an actual person is sitting here in my home theater, it's very close to 100%. Now, does this look 100% like Tom Holland? I would not say 100%, but it's very, very good. I think the likeness is definitely there. Just so you can kind of see it from different angles. With a lot of these busts, you know, different angles looks better than others. But all in all, I think it's pretty darn good, and probably the best likeness of Tom Holland that you're ever gonna see. So yeah, nice job, Queen Studios. So let's go down to the actual body itself. As you can see, they went with the normal kind of bust style with no arms. The suit is 100% sculpted. But it looks very real, and the detail and the paint work is excellent. Just kind of do a 360 here. Very nice. Now I wish they would have also included a mask, not necessarily for me to put on them, though I guess it would have been a nice option. But I may pick up a mask if I can find something that matches this well. I just like having some props that go with pieces that I get. But of course, this did not come with a mask. And then we got the base itself. which you can see the color scheme just kind of blends right in with the actual piece. And then they do have an Easter egg in the back, which Queen Studios has been doing with a lot of their newer busts these days. Now, for most people, the way they have them displayed, you'll never see the back of it, but you can see that they put this in. And like I said, I'm not 100% sure what it is. I've heard web shooter, I've heard a ship in the movie, and it's been a while since I've actually watched the movie. I can't quite remember. So it's a nice touch, but I guess it would have been a little cooler to have something else, but it's a nice classy look. And then, as mentioned before, that's just magnetized, so if you want it there, don't want it there. So overall, is this bust worth it? And that comes down to price. Now, Queen Studios initially released this for, I believe it's $3,799, and it had an edition size of, I believe, look back on that little video I did, but I think it was 888. So that's a very large edition size for such a, such an expensive piece. And it's, for being almost $4,000, I was wanting more with the pose. Just the standard bust without the arms, not really doing anything. A lot of these infinity busts at least include one arm or two arms and pretty much a half torso, and they're usually around the same price, if not just a couple of $100 more. So I always thought the value on this bust was not good, especially with the bigger edition size. And I also always thought it looked a little bit boring. That pose just looks more like I'm sure his class picture in his high school yearbook looked a little more exciting. But I do have to say, in person, as real as it looks, it's more impressive in person to have it than the actual proto photos that I saw. Back in the day, Queen used to sell these busts for closer to the 3,000 mark. And I think at that mark, I would have been 100% satisfied with this. I just think for full retail, I just want a little bit more with the bust. Now, I got this for a steal of a deal. I can't believe I got it as good of a price as I did. This actually popped up on eBay for brand new, some seller from Hong Kong that had pretty good feedback. So it was worth the risk, but it was $1,800 shipped, and they shipped it right away, and I actually got this piece in less than 3 days. So that's amazing. So getting this for $1,800 shipped to my door in less than 3 days, that's an amazing deal and a steal of a deal. So I am 100% satisfied getting it for this price. But like I said, I think if they were more around the 3,000 mark, I think it's worth it too. It's just for $4,000 these days, I do want a little bit more with my piece than just the standard bust. But all in all, it's a good looking piece. And to add a little variety to it, I did actually get some sunglasses. So let me put his sunglasses on and see what you guys think about that. And here he is with the Tony Stark sunglasses on. I noticed in one of the movies that he was wearing these, and I saw them on Amazon for like less than 15 bucks shipped. So I thought, why not? Maybe I can switch it up a little bit and Maybe it'll even look better with them on. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Chances are I'll leave them off, but maybe every once in a while I'll throw them on there. Anyhow, guys, appreciate you watching another video, and until next time. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching another video. I'm a huge fan of home theater and these movie replica props. I'm going to put out a couple of videos each week in those areas. And if you're a huge fan like I am, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.